hey, let's not lose your manuscript, okay? Because that would be really, really bad if you were writing and doing all this work and then poof, it's gone. When it comes to writing your manuscript, you need to be saving it in multiple locations in multiple ways. Every single time that you write, every single time you add one sentence to 7 chapters, you need to be saving it in multiple locations because we've seen it again and again and again. It has happened to me as well. You will have files that get corrupted, that just revert to an earlier time, and they will lose an entire day's worth of work. You will have devices that break. If you have it on a jump drive, it could potentially fry. Your computer could end up in a puddle of water and not be able to work. There's so many things that can go wrong. Back when I was a photographer, I had a bunch of photos on an external hard drive, and that external hard drive broke, and I had to pay literal thousands of dollars to get my information back off of that manuscript. Thank you, Best Buy. And I got most of it, but it was a really tough learning lesson. And so with manuscripts, you need to be saving these in multiple locations. And that is inside of Word, that is inside of Google Docs, that is emailing it to yourself, that's saving it in the cloud, that's saving it on a jump drive or an external hard drive. It needs to be in multiple locations, at least 3 places every single time you are adding to your manuscript, so that you don't lose the full manuscript, but you also don't lose new sections of your manuscript. Because again, files can get corrupted, your computer can break, your jump drive can get wonky. If you have it backed up, even if it glitches in one space, you can go to the other space. So I recommend on a bare minimum basic level that you are saving it on your computer, you are saving it on a jump drive, and you are emailing it to yourself in a way that you can get to that email from any device. We know that right now there's a lot of conversation about a particular free to use program locking people out because of the content that they write or some other things. They no longer have access to their manuscripts because they only saved it in what they thought was a cloud-based platform that was free to use. They weren't even paying to use it, and they thought it would be safe there. It's not, even if it's in the cloud. It's very, very easy for files to get corrupted or to go missing. So having them in multiple locations literally can make or break your success. Now, for somebody like me who can write novels really, really fast, like literally 2 weeks to write a full-length novel, it's not as devastating as if you took 7 months to write your novel and then half of it went away or all of it went away. I can recreate things faster than a lot of other people can recreate things, but it's still a really hard blow to me to have to redo all of that work if something were lost. And fingers crossed, I remember what I wrote or where I was going with it or what my plan was, what my strategy was, or that really great line that was like my favorite thing ever, but I didn't memorize it because I thought it would be there. Making sure I have things backed up has saved me so many times because me, as someone who is a very tech savvy person who saves in multiple locations, has had this happen time and time and time again. And when it does happen, I have those backups that I can go to save myself a lot of trouble. Every once in a while, and this is like deep confession level here, every once in a while, if I only add just a little bit to it, like a page or something, and I don't save it again in multiple locations, and I just save it in the one and think tomorrow I'll finish it, I have lost things that way because I thought too highly of myself and of my technology skills and of my technology, and it came back to bite me. And I lost small sections. Thankfully, it was only small sections. But if I had just saved it a few extra ways, then that 30, 40, 50 minutes that I took to try to find it and fix it and recover it could have been spent writing. So when it comes to your writing, every single time, save it in multiple formats. Send it to yourself. Put it in the cloud. Put it on a jump drive. Put it on an external hard drive. In as many places as possible will save you. It takes up a little bit of file space and it's an extra few seconds to save it, but an extra few seconds to save it, even throughout the course of your entire novel, every single time you write, still saves you from having to spend an hour trying to recover something. Trust me. I have been there. So making sure you save it in multiple locations really can save you a lot of stress, a lot of grief, a lot of time to try to rectify something when it goes wrong. And I don't want you to waste your time and effort, especially since you worked so hard on your novel. So let's not lose your manuscript. Let's make the effort to make sure that it is always there and always prepared and always safe. because you've saved it in multiple ways. Follow along for more tips on how you can thrive inside of the writing space to save yourself time and effort and stress so that your author life can be enjoyable and more profitable without the headaches. We'll see you in the upcoming episodes.